Hi, my name is Christine Amaral, and I would like to introduce to you Sean Brodewald. His story is one of childhood heroism, bravery, and determination for beating the odds, not to mention his participation in bringing awareness to the community and the federal government in regards to childhood cancer. Hi, Sean.
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm good. Can you tell us at what age you were diagnosed with cancer?
I was formally diagnosed at the age of 4 months.
Can you tell us about the kind of cancer that you had?
So I was diagnosed with neuroblastoma, which is actually a very common childhood cancer. However, I was diagnosed with stage 4 neuroblastoma, which is the highest stage. I had about a 20% chance of living. Part of this childhood cancer is a tumor. It was very actively aggressive for me, and it attacked my aorta, and it also squashed my left kidney.
What is the survival rate of a child who has neuroblastoma cancer?
A stage 1 neuroblastoma is about 95%. With the stage that I had, which was stage 4, it's about 20%. For me personally, it depended day by day. They told my parents about once a week that I was not supposed to make it through the night.
What is the survival rate of a child with neuroblastoma cancer?
With my stage 4 neuroblastoma cancer, the survival rate is less than 20%. And for me, it really depended on day by day. My mom was recalling that at least once a week they said that I wasn't supposed to make it through the night.
Can you describe to us the treatments that you had to endure?
Yes, I went through 9 surgeries and 11 rounds of chemo. To name a few of the surgeries, I had a funnel plication, which it actually tied my intestines so I wouldn't throw up. I had a Brobriac, which made it simple. I had one tube right about here that they did all my injections through, and then I had my right kidney taken out.
Did you have any long-term effects?
The long-term effect that we have discovered are I have hearing loss, I have what's called CHF, or congestive heart failure, and I have a severe form of ADHD that I was diagnosed with in about first grade.
Have you had any more reoccurrences, and if so, what were they?
In my junior year, I had a scare. I had a tumor in my liver, and I ended up getting a liver resection to get it taken out. That's where they take 2/3 of my liver. What ended up happening is 3 days later, I coded. I literally died, and I was on life support for 3 days. During this, they discovered that when I had congestive heart failure, it was kind of a scary moment for me. It affected me for about 3 months afterwards. I ended up leaving school earlier that year.
You also went to Washington, D.C. to promote childhood cancer research awareness.
Yes.
Can you tell us about that trip?
Yeah, in June of 2008, I gathered with about 200 other childhood cancer advocates from all over the United States. We stormed Capitol Hill. I personally met with about 14 different congressmen and women. Everyone from Doolittle to the Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi. The end result was a bill was passed that earmarked $35 million for childhood cancer research for the next 5 years.
That is great.
It was an amazing experience.
You took a trip to Washington, D.C. to promote childhood cancer awareness. Can you describe your trip to us?
Yes, in June of 2008, I gathered with about 200 other childhood cancer advocates. We stormed Capitol Hill, and I personally talked to about 14 different congressmen and women, ranging from Doolittle all the way to the Speaker of the House at the time, which was Nancy Pelosi. The end resulted in a bill being passed where we earmarked $35 million a year for childhood cancer research. It was a wonderful experience and one that I'll kind of remember for the rest of my life, and I know the end result will impact millions.
That's a great story.
Thank you.
Sean, I want to thank you for sharing your story with us and inspiring us all.
It was my pleasure. I thank you for giving me the opportunity to share my story.
Sean is a hero, inspiration, and is the definition of survivor. He is one of the few who has beaten the odds. Sean has kept a very positive attitude and has become an advocate for pediatric cancer awareness and is involved in fundraising for this cause. He graduated Ponderosa High School in 2007 and was the second youngest graduate in his class. He has become an entrepreneur and owns his own marketing and promotion business, DreamFire Events Services.